Hi guys. Ooh. Is that okay? That was weird. Hi guys, welcome back to another yeah. Hi guys, welcome back to another YouTube video on my YouTube channel. On this channel, again, I'm going to be going over the personality traits of an INFP-A or -T. Don't know what the difference is still, but in my last video, I went over the first couple of introductions and I went over the strengths and weaknesses of a INFP. I can't talk. I'm recording these videos back to back, so you would think that I would learn how to talk, but apparently I don't. So I'm going to be going over the rest of the videos or the rest of the sections that I'm using. Again, if you haven't seen the last video, I highly recommend you do it. I'm using a website called 16 Personalities. That's the website that I use to take the personality test, and I'm going to continue on with the things. So we're going to continue where we left off at romantic relationships, which is going to be very, very interesting. But yeah, I guess I'll go over them now. Romantic relationships, mediators, again. I don't know why I keep forgetting how to pronounce this. Mediator, yeah. Okay, mediators are dreamers, which is very true. I'm going to try to repeat the things I said in the last video, and I realized that my camera isn't focusing. Okay, I need to stop moving. Okay, so mediators are dreamers and idealists, especially when it comes to romance. The concept of true love resonates with them. They are unlikely to be happy in the relationships that is founded or anything less. People in this personality type may find themselves daydreaming about the perfect relationships, imagining how it would feel to share their innermost selves with another person. I have lost the ability to read, apparently. I'm probably not going to go too depth into this. Mediators share a sincere belief that two people can come together in a relationship and make each other better and happier than they were before. Most mediators aim to accept their partners as they are. That said, these personalities also want to help their partners learn, grow, and pursue their goals. Mediators are often dreaming of ways to improve themselves and the world around them. The last thing they want is for their partners to feel unhappy or stuck. As a result, many people with this personality type dedicate themselves to helping their partners improve their lives. Although this is a noble goal, mediators often need to be careful not to lose sight of their own need and priority. I'm not going to go too depth into this fully. I do have a partner. He's obviously doesn't live with me, but he's obviously not like a full-on into social media, so I'm probably not going to talk too much about this. But at the same time, this is a very kind of issue, I would think. So we've never met in person, so obviously I'm not going to try to talk too depth into this about this. Maybe in the future, once we meet and we get to hang out and we will get to know each other more, then I'm probably going to talk about this more. But honestly, I might just go back to friendships. I will quickly go next into the sections. Okay, we have a couple of more sections, so I'm going to try not to make this video 20 minutes long, because I know 20 minutes is a bit long for my channel, but I'm going to try to at least make them as short as possible. Friendships. Mediators are among the most social of all introverts, which is weird because it's like I want to be, this is another conundrum that I have with myself, is that I want to be alone, but I want to be alone with other people. If that makes, I'm sorry if my camera is like getting out of focus, but like I want to be alone, but I want to be alone with other people, and it is the most confusing thing that I've said multiple times, and I don't know 100% how to explain it. The best way of explaining it is like if I'm in my house, I want to be like, if I'm like at home or here in this house, I want to be in my room by myself, but I want to be with other people in the house. So I want to be near people, but I don't want to be near people. Does that make any sense? I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I would say I'm a pretty social person. I like talking, especially to a camera, but I like having one-on-one conversations with people, especially if it's about a subject that I'm truly interested in. But yeah, I would kind of agree on that. They care about even their most casual acquaintances. That said, they're still introverts. This means that they tend to feel most fulfilled by spending time with a small, intimate circle of friends. Acquaintances may come and go, but this inner circle is likely to include mediators, friends for life. Early in friendship, mediators may be somewhat reluctant to share their inner lives. They may try to draw out their new friends instead, learning more about that person's passions and motivations. As friendships progress go, however, mediators' personalities can find it very meaningful to share their secret dreams and ideas with someone they can trust. Now, the second that if you out there know a person like this, then when I get close to someone, it's like I would like to keep that closeness, I guess, for as long as possible, especially if I share something that's kind of secretive, or I'm sharing a project that I'm kind of keeping under the cover. Is a very good note that that person is really good friends with you, and that's a good sign that they don't want to stop being friends with you. If anything, they want this friendship to be even better and longer. So if you're out there and if someone's doing this to you or you're doing it to someone else, that's a huge key sign that they're trying to be good friends with you. The search of kindred spirits. And looking for potential friends, mediators may find themselves drawn to people who remind them of themselves. Specifically, they may look for people who share their curiosity about human nature and their belief in doing the right thing. This is kind of true. I would say that. Especially in high school, a lot of the people that I was friends with were either like nerdier, or they were interested in a lot of the fantasy things I like doing, regardless if that's about science or about coding or about something crazy like Magic the Gathering or just like D&D, anything like that. If you share a similarity like that, then it's better. It's way more of a better relationship between the two friends. Even if they're not friends, they could be friends, family, or Jesus Christ, or just anyone in general. I'm really struggling to speak right now. Friends for life. When mediators befriend someone, they may secretly or not secretly hope to be friends with that person for life. These personalities are capable of a strong, stable friendship marked by passion and support, subtle poetic wit, and a profound level of emotional insight. Their friends will be rewarded with loving, sensitive, and depth. I'm gonna go ahead and skip a bit. Ooh, it is getting dark. Is it me, or is the lighting getting like darker? Or am I just going crazy? I'm probably just going crazy. But continuing with that, mediators do need a personal space and alone time in order to recharge. As most introverts, this is probably the most number one key, is that we need time to ourselves to actually think and to actually focus on the things that we actually want to do. So that's one huge thing. Even as their friendship grows stronger and deeper, mediators enigmatic qualities never truly vanish. Definitely with some of my friends, it may seem like that I might be ghosting you, but I promise you I'm not. I'm just needing time, or I'm probably in the middle of doing something. But yeah, I'm not, even no matter how close someone is to my personality type, we need at least some type of break, some type of, warning, I guess. It does depending on what kind of friends you have. To need a break or need some space. And I know this can be very difficult when it comes to a partner, because obviously if you're living with your partner, then it may seem like you really, really want to know them, but sometimes you kind of need a break, and that break might signal the other partner saying, oh, I think they want to break up with me, or they aren't interested in me, which most of the time isn't true. We are still interested in you. We just still need a mental break with people, even if it's our loved ones. People with this personality type look for ways to improve their friendships and share their affections with those who matter to them. Often this takes the form of spending quality time with their friends, coming up with big dreams for the future, and indulging in deep conversations about all sorts of topics. But even with mediators are entirely on their own, they always hold their friendship in their hearts. Parenthood. I'm not sure if parenthood is going to be talking about me being a parent or about my... I'm probably going to skip this. Obviously, I'm not a parent. So, I'm probably going to skim over these just for a couple of minutes. But, again, I'm not a parent, so this isn't really too important to me. we tend INFPs tend to see life as a journey towards meaning and fulfillment. Few things give them more joy than bringing like-minded people on the journey with them. In their own understanded way, mediators' personalities enjoy helping others learn and grow. They can find a unique opportunity for this in parenthood. From start, mediators' parents aim to be warm, loving, supportive, and open-minded. They delight in their children's wide-eyed wonders at the world. In general, people with this personality want to give their children the freedom to their own opinions and discover their own interests. I'm going to talk a bit about this. I've already said this many times. When I have kids, I'm not bringing them to school. In my opinion, I might do a video on that soon, but I recently read a book on how to actually get a real education and how to drop out of school and stuff like that. I'm still in the middle of reading it, but basically to sum up that book, it's basically how school isn't really the best way to live life. We spend 18 years in school. I know not 18 years, but we graduate when we're 17 or 18, depending on, of course, where you are. But we spend at least 17, 18 years in school. And in my opinion, I don't think school really treats the most creative people in the world the best way. Especially while I was in school, I struggled a lot getting my grades up. I had lots of D's, lots of C's, and probably like 1 or 2 F's. I'll be honest, I wasn't the best in school. The only classes that I really did good is computer science, and that's only because that class was actually interesting and it was a more creative class. That's computer science, and when I was in video class, I forget what the name of the class is, but for people with more creative minds, they really can't set a schedule like school that is more strict. School, you have to do everything at a set time. You have to go to first, second, third period. You have to go to lunch at a certain time. You have to do homework. You have to do studying at a certain time. And it seems like it's way too specific. And you're learning stuff that doesn't really interest you, especially if it's subjects that aren't even really that important to you. And so I would rather learn as a more creative way. And if you haven't, I would recommend reading that book. You would know what I'm talking about a bit better. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Not trying to get too out of the subject. But yeah, I want my children, or me even, to enjoy the world and to experience it and not just learn from it, I guess, if that makes any sense. Mediators never stop encouraging their children to learn and grow. These personalities use their sensitivity to communicate in ways that will resonate with their children. Again, I don't have children, so I can't really say too much about that. But I would like to think that I would have a good connection with my son or daughter when I get one, obviously. Not anytime soon, I'm only 20 years old, I guess. But yeah, it's just like something to deal with. I'm probably going to go with career paths. And career paths, this is something that is really, really hard for me. Because it's definitely hard to get into these careers because they're not really set stone. It's not like I could just go to college or go to school and get the job necessarily. It's a lot more trickier and a lot more harder that way. And the jobs that I do want to do are kind of like freelancing, or they kind of have a weird path that I have to figure out on my own or with other people's help, but kind of. So this is going to be definitely very interesting to go over. So career paths. Many mediators or INFPs long for a career that doesn't just take care of the bills but also feel fulfilling. They want to spend their days doing something they genuinely love, preferably without too much stress or drama. These personalities in a daily professional life should feel like calling, not just a job. I want to work towards making the world better, not just work for a paycheck that is going to be gone within a month or two. So, money, again, I don't want to work towards a materialistic thing. I'd rather work towards something that has a bit of a meaning, like making other people's lives in the generation below me, making their lives easier and better than at least my generation or other generations above them. But yeah, at times, idealistic mediators might struggle to find professions that meets their practical needs and fulfills their dreams. They may drift into frustrations, waiting for the perfect job to present themselves, and eventually feeling stuck or worried that they're not living up to their potentials. At last, there's no such thing as a perfect job. honestly, there isn't. Questions of whether to settle for a less than ideal position can weigh heavily on people with their personality types. Fortunately, mediators stand out for their creativity, independence, and sincere desire to connect with and help others. These traits can help them shine and find fulfillment in nearly any line of work. So when I was working at McDonald's, this was years ago in 2018. Well, I can't say years, it was only 2 years ago. But in 2018, when I was working at McDonald's, one of the things that I enjoyed doing was actually talking to customers and actually helping them. Even if it's helping with a stupid order like, a cheeseburger or a Big Mac. I'm losing focus again. I went to go grab my iced coffee. Okay, we're good. So, this might seem dumb or stupid, but when I'm helping a customer and they have something wrong with their order, it feels kind of good because I like helping people. But at the same time, working at a job that's stressful and that is filled with workers who legit have just negative energy and who doesn't really want to help fulfill you, it's hard working around those people. And I'm not saying I was working with those people. Some of the employees, even the managers, were like that. And they were just like, all they care about was just making money and making the job position a lot better, and they really didn't care too much about the employees or the customers. They just really cared about getting as much orders as possible or getting as much money as possible. And I'm not going to say that's the mindset for all managers at all fast food restaurants, but that's kind of like the whole gist of things. But yeah, there's a place for everyone. Mediators can succeed nearly anywhere, but certainly fields seem to be especially attractive to those personalities. With their curiosity and their love of self-expression, many mediators dreams of becoming writers. I am writing. I will talk more about that later. They might write novels, seek out interesting freelance niches, or even find themselves doing communications in corporate fields or any nonprofit organizations. Richly imaginative, mediators can infuse even the driest of fundraising or marketing materials with new life. Nearly any fields can benefit from mediators' artful communication style. As a result, mediators may have the pick of jobs when choosing whether or work in the nonprofit or a profit sphere for themselves. I don't mind working for a nonprofit organizations. There is an organization called Habitat for Humanity, which I'm surprised I actually remember that, which is something that I've been wanting to do. I don't know what the whole gist of it is, but basically it's like building houses for people, and if you want to, you could possibly move into one of the houses that you actually build. But the idea of building a house for someone else or me feels amazing. I feel like I was a part of something that I'm now providing another family, a home, a place to stay, and it feels nice. But it can be very hard to balance work and helping people out for free, if that makes any sense. Now, of course, helping people for free is amazing. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of plus sides to that. But at the same time, in the world that we live in, I can't work for free 24/7 because I obviously need to eat and pay stuff. And I obviously need to survive somehow to help more people. But yeah, it's kind of hard to balance kind of working at a real job or working for volunteering or anything like that. But at the same time, it feels really amazing helping people, especially the people who are actually in need and people who are quite suffering. Yeah. All these personalities aren't known for seeking the spotlight. They may find their life's purpose in the performing arts. Mediators are sensitive to artistic beauty, and some of them simply come in life to the world of music, drama, or dance. These mediators can draw from their inner depths to pull out exquisite or interpretations of a creator's work. Many mediators also create their own works of playwrights, composers, and choreographs. Whatever they do, people with these personality types want to feel that their work is helping others. Which it's like, if you're not helping others, then what are you doing? I know there's other jobs out there that are helping other things, either whether that's the environment or you're helping a job or you're helping yourself even. But it finds that the more I help someone, the more important it makes me feel. And at the end of the day, that's very, very important to feel important. Because there was a time at a time when I was younger, I didn't feel important and I didn't really feel needed. But definitely helping other people kind of helped me kind of make me feel special in some type of way. But yeah, that's definitely speaking finding their way. On to we're almost finished with this section. The next section, actually this is the last section, or we got 2 more sections. We're almost at 20 minutes, which kind of went by very fast. So I'm probably going to do 4 parts or 3 parts to this kind of series. But I want to quickly finish this up. Okay, finding their way. Mediators may find it demotivating to work in a high-stress, bureaucratic, or a hectic environment. They also become frustrated by workplaces that are highly critical or competitive. Workplaces that rewards independence tend to be a good fit for mediators, although they may appreciate some structure or oversight to help them avoid procrastination and getting lost in thought. I'm the type of person who wants to work by myself, but at the same time, my battery's about to die. I'm going to quickly end the video here, but at the same time, it's like, I want to do things by myself. Once I get to know something and once I know how to do it, then I don't want to be bothered. Let me do it by myself. But I'm going to probably try to end this video. I'm going to do a part 3 or 4 once I charge my battery. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next part. But yeah, like always, like, subscribe, and comment down below. And if you like these videos, then share them to anyone who's probably interested in doing them. But before my battery dies, I am going to say thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.